If you have a screen time that's higher than 4 hours each day, you are subhuman. I mean, you waste around 60 days per year with just staring at a screen. So this can't be healthy, right? I think you can't just say, if you have X amount of screen time, you are subhuman. Because in my opinion, there are two different types of screen time. And one is acceptable, one could be beneficial, and the other is detrimental for your health, physical and your mental health. So who am I? My name is Marco. I went from being a phone addict with a screen time of over 8 hours each day, every day, for multiple years, to now having a screen time of under 2 hours and with filling my new free time with productive stuff. In this change, in this period of become from phone addict to now healthy, I learned two different screen times. Back then, my time was filled with this detrimental screen time, and now it's filled with an acceptable screen time that brings me further in life. First, to be clear, spending an excessive amount on your phone is unhealthy. It doesn't matter what you do. If you spend 10 hours just looking at the screen, this is unhealthy for your eyes, your neck and your posture. I think it isn't as important how long you spend on your phone. The most important thing is what you do on your phone and how you use the time that you spend on your screen. How most people spend their time on your phone is with a passive. They are passive. So that's why the first screen time is passive screen time. So what does passive look like, or what is a passive user? A passive user is someone who watches movie, scrolls unconsciously, binge watches videos on their phone without conscious effort. They are passive. A few examples. Let's say you are standing at the cross section and the light is red. So instead of just looking around, being bored or just being in the moment, you grab your phone unconsciously without really thinking about it and you open Insta, TikTok or YouTube. And just for a few seconds you are passive. You just scroll and you waste your time away. Another example is when you go to an elevator, then a few people come in. And then, because it feels a bit uncomfortable, you grab your phone unconsciously without conscious effort and you passively scroll. That's passive screen time. The most extreme version of this is you just being there and just scrolling on Insta, on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts, or just binge watching YouTube or just binge watching Netflix. When you do this, you are passive. You're just a passive consumer. You don't consciously engage in the app. So you are passive. The thing with passively is it comes without effort. And because it comes without effort, you train your mind that things like entertainment or whatever comes without hard work. You train your mind to dislike hard work. You do dislike uncomfortableness. This is a reason why you can't do hard work. This is a reason why you can't stick to anything or you can't be disciplined, because you train your mind with passively that you don't need that. On top of that, you waste your time away because you just passively, unconsciously look at your screen. You waste your time. With that, you fuck up your mind, because most of you watch then TikToks that are brain-rotting, shorts or Netflix series that just waste your mental capacity, or videos that just are entertainment. Because you consume this at a such large scale, you waste your mind, you waste your memories, you fuck up your mind completely. You just consume and consume and consume instead of consciously thinking about what you want. No, you can't consume. You become in this consuming streak. When you binge watch YouTube, you start with one video. And then you click on another, then on another, and then you just consume and consume and consume and consume. Because of that, you don't achieve anything, because you waste your time, you waste your mental capacity, and you waste your thinking ability. Because of that, you don't achieve anything in real life, because you're just passive. You train yourself to be a passive instead of being active and actually doing something. Because of that, the phone is in control over you. It stopped being a tool. It stopped being a useful thing that you could look at maps or other things, or you can learn. No. Now for most people, it's just an addiction. The phone is in control over you. You become your phone's bitch. You're your phone's bitch. Because instead of you being control over your life, your phone is control over you. Because as soon as you're bored, you grab your phone unconsciously. When you leave the house, you need to have your phone with you or you can't go out of your house. When you don't know where your phone is, you almost feel uncomfortable. So you become addicted to your phone and your phone is in control over you. If I would say to you, oh, go without your phone for 3 days, you would have now some excuse in your head. You would say, no, I can't because of this or that or that. So your phone is in control over you. But I don't blame you. I've been there. I've done that. I was in your shoes. I've experienced that. I've experienced being just passively, just wasting my time away. And truth be told, it didn't feel good. I don't know about you, but I didn't feel good. I hated being passively because I wanted to do more. I wanted to strive more. I wanted to do more with my life, with my free time. But I was just unable. I didn't know what to do. So I was just passively. So I get it. I don't blame you. I know that it is hard. I know it's hard to stop. But if you want help with stopping and having a guided way to stop your phone addiction and go from passively to an active user, then click the first link. Now, as I already mentioned, the other screen time is active screen time. Active screen time is something that you want to have. The more active screen time, the better. I think the best distribution is 80% should be active and then 20% could be passive. Of course, the more active, the better, but it's hard in the first few days, few months to just go without passive. So we start with 80-20. Now, what is active? Active is basically what it said. You become an active user. You use your phone actively with conscious effort, not with just unconsciously scrolling. No, that's passive. You use your phone actively. A few examples is you use your phone to learn. This could be learning a new language, learning how to play the piano because you watch a tutorial on your phone and then you play it right then and there. Or you have an app that you train words. Or you create apps. You actually create something. Or you create videos. You create something for people to watch. So you become active. Or you use your phone as notes. Or you use your phone as a guided way to a destination with maps. If you just use your phone more this kind, you become active. Because you use your phone more active, then you become more active in real life. An active user is someone who produces, someone who learns, someone who thinks when he uses the apps, and someone who consciously clicks on the apps because he wants to achieve something. It's someone who goes on YouTube and instead of just aimlessly clicking on one video because of their suggestions, no, they use their search bar and search from one specific thing they need. That's an active user. An active user uses his phone as a tool because your phone should be a tool because it's designed this way. It should be the best tool because it's basically a laptop in your pocket. So you should use it as a tool because it is one. You need to stop letting your phone be in control over you and you need to take control over your life and then make your phone your bitch. You make your phone your tool. So, you decide what you want. You decide if you want to continue to have passive screen time or you want to go to active screen time. It's your decision. I don't force you. I don't enforce anything. If you want to continue to do passively, that's fine with me. If you want to become an active user, I can help you with that. I created my 5 pillars of quitting. In the 5 pillars of quitting, you will learn how to stop your phone addiction forever because I did it. I stopped my phone addiction for more than 1.5 years. On top of that, you will gain more screen time because you will reduce your screen time. I reduced my screen time from 8 hours to under 2. With that, I have lots of free time and I fill that free time with productive stuff. With my new free time, I improved my body and I went from skinny to muscular. On top of that, I improved my physical and my mental health tremendously. I fixed my poor sleep and now sleep better than 95% of all people. I traveled around in Europe and in Asia. I rediscovered nature and now find the small things in life enjoyable. On top of that, I climbed the highest mountain in Oman. I read around 70 books in German, French and in English. I ran my first competitive 10K and I'm training for a marathon. I started 2 YouTube channels, this one and one in Spanish, and I never spoke a word of Spanish before I started. So I'm learning a new language. I also learned how to play the piano. And most important, I improved my relationship with my family. Then, on top of helping you to also do productive stuff in your free time, I will give you my methods of learning, so how you can actually learn new things faster. So, if you want help with all of that, then click the first link in the description. On that note, have a great day, sleep well, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.